that soundboard.
Mhm.
And I was clicking all the buttons and I saw that. I was like,
Right.
oh,
Yeah, you got into
pretty
that
lame
pro
that we
mode.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Super duper lame. I just hope
Let's
it's
give
not one of
everybody.
those. Sorry.
Nah, I was just saying, let's give everybody a few more minutes. We don't have too much to go through, so we have time to
Yeah.
wait.
I
We're
hope it's not one of those days where we're both feeling like there's nothing going on and then step away a little early and then everything happens or something. Watch for
yeah,
some headlines. That happens a
that
lot. You're like,
that
there's
happens a
nothing to
lot.
trade.
Yeah, some of my best trading happens on those days because
Yeah.
I don't have any expectations. Kind of go with it.
Maybe it's because of expectations and just being more patient.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I got my new. Well, I got my old microphone working. I hope I sound a little bit better today.
That sounds good.
Okay. I had one of those DJI mini microphones a while ago,
Hmm.
and then I stopped using it because I used the other one. It was a little bit better, and that one
Okay.
is crapping now. So I'm back to the old stuff.
Okay. That sounds
Yeah,
fun.
man. Okay, cool. Good shit. All right, so NFP is out. We got a little bit of a pop, and here we are. Okay. Yeah, just do one thing, and then we'll kick it off. Base X, nice little move.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd gap up on that. We did get the 118 and then
Hmm.
crapping out before I can sell it.
Yeah, I'll see what they do with that today. Let me just do. You're gonna go through the SPX gamma stuff today, right? JM's out for the morning.
Oh, yep. I didn't realize that, but yep.
Well, good. That's what I'm here for.
Let me pull it all up first.
When you're ready, just kick it off, sir. You're the boss.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Sounds good. I think I need to make it share my whole window. Hold on.
Yeah, JM had a really nice morning. I think he got about almost 50 points. So he's like, I'm taking the morning off. Joking. He has some family stuff going, but yes.
Where is my screen? Okay. All right, data out of the way. Good morning, everybody. Let's get started. So, pop initially on data overnight. We climbed up into this 77.55 on the pop on NFP. Not a whole lot overnight happened. As far as gamma goes today, 77 33 is going to be our pivot. So let me just mark this while we're talking about it. We're in this light negative gamma again. So we're starting to see a lot more negative gamma on the tape over the last couple of sessions. This just makes room for a little bit more volatility and even two-way trading when it's thinner. Right now, this is the pivot for the session. It's pretty much an above or below setup for today. Above, you've got supportive dealer positioning. Below, you've got suppressive. As we get later into the day, that intensifies. So initially, a lot of room to move around that pivot back and forth, and then as we get closer into the end of the day, that will increase in magnitude as far as its pull and weight. So if we can manage to push above it, we can trend towards 70.80. If we fail to hold 77.30, we can dip into that 7,700 and possibly sell below that. There's some support below it around 76.80 and then 76.60. So that's what we're looking at. context here, big picture on the market, had big, obviously huge breakout. We're seeing a little bit of consolidation the last couple of days, and the dip get bought up. And this headline is helping this daily bar, the S&P 500, look a little bit more constructive for bulls. So we can hold that early and then and get above the initial high that was set on Tuesday. I would favor the upside for rotation back towards 7,800. And then below yesterday's low, 7,700, we could start to accelerate back toward the previous all-time highs. So that's gamma. That's my 2 cents on the overall market. Monkey, you want to add anything to that?
No, not much. I mean, I think you said it all perfectly. Consolidation starting to look like that one scenario I talked about a couple mornings ago, where it would be best to consolidate that huge move off the lows. So we're doing that, and I think for now, I'm expecting 2A trading until it resolves either way. But fairly nice consolidation here, kind of a 2-day flag so far. And I'll be watching the 7760, 7770 for that push to all-time highs.
So cool. Yeah. So as far as focus, be a little bit lighter of a list today. None of us, me and Space Monkey, and didn't really see a whole lot going through the list for today. So I'll just talk about SpaceX. This was is a bit more of an idea trade. Does have the technical setup with it as well. The failed breakdown of this 107, which is a key spot we caught yesterday. Premiums paid twice actually, over 60%. The initial spike and then into the end of the day. More so holding for the idea, and the shorts are much more likely and easy to get caught off sides. Doesn't mean it happens, but we started to see that. You could see it in the price. So our thesis, our thought process is correct by seeing these spray higher, price spray higher. That's an indication that we're on the right track. Now, whether or not it turns into more, separate conversation, right? And we're kind of waiting that out to see. What I would want to see on this today is at the open, you want to see it just immediately start squeezing higher. If they slap it down into yesterday's range, then it's just probably early or just wrong. So, or there's just too much pressure to the downside to really do anything special here. If we manage to get through 118 around the open and hold, I think there's a really good chance that we could squeeze up to 125, 130 today. So we'll see. I'm pretty neutral here. I would say technically it looks good. Continuing that failed breakdown. I don't love the way the action I'm seeing in the price action looks like it might be a little early to that idea. Usually, if you're seeing a squeeze, you're going to get a little bit more movement. The volume is good and all of that, but it's not. I wouldn't put it in like top op category just yet. If we do start to squeeze today, then maybe into next week, this could be a really, really good opportunity. So that's pretty much it. I don't really. We'll go through the rest of the list and hear what Strang has to say, but not really liking a whole lot today. I think S&P could be nice to simplify and maybe catch some scalps, like Space Monkey's been doing.
All right, thank you for that. Yeah, SpaceX, you're all over that. I'm watching it too, maybe for a trade today. What I actually do like here, and although it's up almost 50% here, is NET Net Cloudflare after earnings. It's been sitting, consolidating really nicely since that first bar to the upside yesterday on earnings. And I do like this one is if we could hold above 325, 325 hold, which we're trying to do here, would be one trade. Another would be a sweep of that 325 and turn. So would watch that for the first trade, and then the second trade would be if it does open drive here. I would be willing to maybe take a shot at this one above that 330, 332 for target of the top of this PM high around 338, and then potentially a break of that for an upside move. So what I prefer on this one would be maybe a little bit of a quick dip that gets bought up quickly back above 325, and then maybe targeting 340. Um, so net looks really, really good. I think IGV or software stocks as of late have been looking really, really good. So NET. is my first kind of pick here. And then Microsoft, I would say, is my second. It's been uh, trickier over the last couple of days, but strong yesterday. And so I think big picture character change over the last few weeks, definitely after earnings. And so for me right now, it's all about breaking that 500 and catch that next leg to the upside, which I think could pay really nicely. So today, above 500, I would target that 505. That's where that ATR level was yesterday. We didn't really get to that yesterday, so I'm using that today as one of the levels, that 505. And then above 505, I would likely be targeting 515 plus. So this could have a really good day in her if it does break above 500 today. So I'll be watching that. Um, just one small detail on the daily, you can see that every day the low is higher than the previous. So it's slowly kind of like moving to the upside here, where dips are getting bought fairly aggressively as we're moving towards that previous day low. And so, just a small kind of nuance that I watch. So that's Microsoft, SpaceX, you've already covered. And so my attitude going into today is just being very open-minded, understanding that it's Friday, it is, zero DTE day, and a little bit more kind of like hesitant attitude from me at least, unless the markets start pushing, and then we'll find something. But from the past, those have been some of my best days, just being very open-minded and patient. Sarang, what are you watching?
Hey, good morning, everybody. I think yeah, net looks good, so that's my main watch to be honest. Net, I think I like the pre-market structure.
Mm.
If we see a dip below 325 and try to reclaim 330, so I'm watching the opening drive on the net. Second stock I like is AMD.
Hmm.
AMD, if you look at it, 500 is the psychological level. I think on the earning day one, we trapped above 500 and move lower. So you see a traffic candle on a daily just 2 days before. So if we break above 502, it's a simple continuation. Yeah, that was the previous day candle. Yeah, 2 days before we had a trap. Yeah, that's earning day candle. I'm watching like above 502. We'll be looking for the continuation, targeting 510 and 520 on EMD. Uh, Third stock I like Google. If you watch the daily structure, we have a big red day with some senior management. I think they are leaving. So that's the big candle day before yesterday. Yesterday also I was watching, so we couldn't get follow breakthrough. So I think I like below 357, targeting maybe 355 and potentially 350 on that. So we'll watch zero DT on Google. That's the one.
Sorry, you broke up to me for me. So are you
Yeah.
done here,
Yeah, me
Sarang?
too. Yeah.
No,
What
no,
was
no.
that?
Can you hear?
Yeah.
No, I think last one is APP. I think APP. I'm watching below yesterday's low 332. I'll be watching the 330 put on APP. That's it from my end.
Yeah, yeah, good names. APP definitely nice. I like AMD. I was very close adding that to the watch list, and I kind of left it out. But I know you're all over it. I do like that 500. It's been yesterday at some point when the market was testing that 7700. AMD was just holding really strongly, and then was one of the first to start pushing towards the upside there. So when it bounced, so yeah, some real nice strength there that I'll be watching with you very closely today. Um, let me take a look. I think that's all we got here. We do have 10 minutes to go here, so we're going to go through some of the names that you guys are posting about. I'm going to start with,
Something. Sorry.
sorry?
Sorry, I was talking to the dog.
Oh,
I forgot I wasn't muted.
shish
Okay,
dog.
what level do you like on Marvel MRBL?
Marvel.
Yeah,
225's big reclaim level. It's the previous high before the gap. So
yeah,
Yeah, that's actually a really nice looking setup. Pretty sneaky find there, sorry.
Yeah, I set an alert for 225. That's it. And there was a news yesterday on NBIS, like Michael Berry on short on NBIS, so we capped on
Mm,
almost to 12%. Yeah, it's too far from the trigger.
yeah, this looks good. Maybe something there. Okay, inverse head and shoulders a little bit.
And not only Marvel, I'm talking about NBIS.
Mm, yeah,
It was down almost 12% yesterday with Michael Berry short on this one.
yeah,
Yeah, nice
yeah.
confirmation.
I don't know how you feel, guys, but I think there could be some kind of that Friday memory action pickup or rotation back to the Mag 7 names. It's what we've been seeing a lot now that the market's chilling out. We'll be watching that pretty close.
We have seen like Tesla also, he was short and almost Tesla down 30% immediately within few weeks.
Yeah,
Mm.
this guy. This freaking guy.
Right. Let's go through some names. Avgo. Avgo looks good. Yeah, I'm watching that 430 area. It's previous high. So some nice little retreat retracement off of that, and I think this one could see 436. 436 is big from the past. I remember watching this very closely. Once it broke, we saw that new all-time high run. So I would say 430, 436 for Avgo looks pretty good. Um, AAOI gapping up here. So earnings out, right? Yeah, earnings out. Yeah, I would watch this one. I wouldn't get too excited about these names because when you're in a downtrend, which this one is in, I would the moves up, the pops that you often get, so bear market rallies, let's say, there are often opportunity for supply to sell into. Like finally, just I'm back to zero. I'm just going to sell my stock. This is not worth it. So let's see if that happens with these, or if this truly is a bottom that we're currently higher. So for me, could go either way. The good thing is that we're at least in the pre-market, we're above the 50-day moving average at 139. So I would watch that as a pivot today. But me personally, I'm a little cautious with these um, moves higher um, when the stock is clearly trending down. But it's just me. Uh, Oust Semiconductor. Yeah, I think it's a pretty defined level. This one, I would say 50 for me on a sub 50 name. For me, 50 is like very, very important. So every $5 is what I usually watch on these. I think 48 is fairly defined as well. So 48.50 is your zone that you want to bid above, and if you can hold 145 early, could turn back up towards that 48. So I don't not super familiar with this one, but structurally it looks pretty nice there actually on the daily. D-Dog. That's an ugly gap done yesterday. And I would say if you're interested in software, there are a lot of other software names that look better than D-Dog. Unless this starts getting bought and gap filled, a little bit like what Google did. If that happens, there's plenty of trades coming after. But here, trying to catch this is a little trickier. And I do like D-Dog as a company. 6 minutes to go, less than 5 minutes to go here. MSDR, I mean, you could not catch me trading this ever. Unless this starts actually making a move. I just think this is making your life very, very tricky. I just don't see MSTR. Uh, I'm talking like from an options day trading perspective. So Bitcoin is kind of dead. There are other places we can be. ARM, nice turn, I would say. Yeah, I mean ARM, I think looks good. It might have bottomed. Definitely breaking that trend line on the daily. 300 is a psych level, also where ATR was yesterday. Above that, I think ARM could find a nice little trade in it. I think above 300, you'll get plus 20 fairly easily. Plus 15, plus 20. Below 300, it's going to be a little bit more of a struggle, but looks good. Meta. I'll wait for 600 to be excited about calls on this one. What it looks like here is that they bought the dip, and it might be in a bit of a bounce area here, a little bit of a consolidation. And so another thing that I've noticed is that it looks very much like SPX on the daily. So we'll see if SPX makes a new leg higher. Be curious to see if this one moves above 600 and pushes. I think 600, 602 is the zone I'm watching.
It's a ticker.
Meta.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Well behind.
NOW now looks really good. I think I saw this yesterday, and I really thought like, okay, this looks like a potential bottom here. Bigger picture, I think potential bottom. What's good about this is that the 200-day has crept lower ever since we tested it on that recent high June 1st around that 140. So it's the 200 has basically moved lower 20 points. So what that tells me is that if you could flip that 200, we can catch that 20 or so point move towards that 140, which is your big breakout zone. So this is close. I think this one is looking pretty good, and earnings behind us too. Also within a group that is looking pretty good, software, right? Also, you have Donald Trump, I think, accumulating this one. All right, MU looked good yesterday. These have been like good day trades if you're really super excited about trading them. Uh, yeah, I don't see anything here on the daily. I think it's looking like whatever. The PM looks pretty nice. It's pulling back a little bit here, resetting. So I would say watch 900. 900 with this kind of pullback could be nice. Could push back up to 915 plus. All right, I think I'm just going to stop here, guys, with 3 minutes to go. I just want to get myself in order. We can continue this during the day at some point if you guys have any questions. NVIDIA is looking strong. Did we talk about NVIDIA? We did not. I think NVIDIA is fine. I just want to bring it up because I think it is worth bringing it up. NVIDIA, obviously, we had a nice trade in it yesterday morning, and it saw a huge pullback and then recovered in the day. Now we're back. So this one is just consolidating on the daily. Trying to define a range here. So for me with this one, I think it's going to take a little bit for it to prove to me that it's worth a trade, but definitely one that I want to be actively watching near the open and maybe first hour or so, especially if you get some strength in semiconductors. So we'll watch NVIDIA, AMD more closely. I think Avgo, one of the names that we just talked about, looks good as well. All right, huge candle, Microsoft here. Yeah, Microsoft is tricky. It keeps doing this, and it's what I call the dance. It's dancing, quick feet, like I'm here, I'm there, catch me if you can, kind of thing. Consider everything lotto today, unless otherwise specified in the alerts, guys. Yeah, Microsoft is above 500 here, testing yesterday's highs as we're opening. already flying here, unfortunately. Yeah, so nice little pop here. Those 505s took off.